Hello beautiful, welcome to my channel, and today it's going to be something very romantic, I would say. Yes, we're going to talk about Valentine's Day and my top 10 palettes which I will recommend you for Valentine's Day. I think Valentine's Day has to be not just Valentine's Day, it has to be every day. And if you don't know me, my name is Angelique. I like everything what's related to skincare, fashion, traveling, obviously makeup, colorful makeup with a new touch. I'm also a dance instructor who loves to dance and teach, and today I'm going to tell you my 10 top palettes which I will recommend for Valentine's Day. So let's start. I'm going to do a review of 10 palette, but actually the total is 11. I didn't count one of the palette because unfortunately it's not exist anymore. You can really purchase from BH Cosmetic and it's called Mimosa, but I was thinking I have to talk about this palette in case if you see somewhere and you can grab it, because palette is such a beautiful palette for such a little money. Okay, so my choices, there is different palettes, different qualities, and obviously different price range. Of course, it's going to be some more affordable palette and some more expensive palette, but I'm going to mix and match and I'm going to tell you exactly the first palette I'm going to introduce. It's a very affordable palette, and if you think about it, you don't have money to spend a lot and you not into these colors, but you want to make special romantic look, you can easily go with this beautiful palette from JUVIA'S place, and this palette called the Mauves by JUVIA'S. Look at this. So I'm going to put the links, the palette, I create the look with it so you can look closer. I was doing the swatches and create some look so you can see if you really like this palette. Is very affordable. I think right now, JUVIA'S place doing now great sales, and look at this beautiful kind of darker shades and some hints of colors. Look at this one is like a duochrome, and I think it's cost like 10 American dollars right now. And we have also some grungy colors. I mean, this palette is so beautiful and so affordable, and it is a great quality. So if you like something like this, I think this beautiful palettes can be for you. There is another palette, more vibrant palette than this palette with more grungy color. So if you're not a type of girls which you don't like very bright colors, definitely this is for you. But if you love more brighter kind of color, you can go for this palette, also very affordable, also from JUVIA'S place. Look at this beautiful palette. This is one of my favorite palette actually from the pink collection. Look at this vibrant colors. I mean, look at this. Is it gorgeous? I mean, they are so affordable and so beautiful. I can't even explain how beautiful is this palette. And I also create some looks. I have also some short video, like for 1 minute I create look with this palette, and it's a pretty popular, this palette. Beautiful quality, affordable price, amazing, gorgeous, vibrant colors. So if you're more brave girl like me and love vibrant colors, definitely this palette for you. If you want to be more classy and more kind of, you know, kind of secretly not that bright, you go with this palette. Both of them amazing. So the next palette I'm going to show you, this is also very beautiful palette, but we're jumping very high price because it's Pat McGrath, and this is one of the expensive palette because this is with a special shade, and I really love this palette. So this palette, Huetopian Dream, this is one of my favorite palette from Pat McGrath, and obviously I love this palette because of this two special shade, and I'm going to swatch it in a second if I have clean fingers. So my favorite shade obviously is this two beautiful shades. They are so vibrant, they are so beautiful. I also create some looks. If you're interested, also go ahead and watch some video. I mean, there is a vibrant gold for people who loves gold, and this one also beautiful duochrome, reflecting with all kind of colors. Look at this palette. Amazing, amazing, beautiful palette. I really recommend it, but again, this is a pricey palette. But if you really want to impress someone, this is beautiful shades. Look at this, 1, 2, 3, even this gold. I mean, look how gorgeous are they. Amazing. I really love this palette. I create such a beautiful look with this palette. Every time I use this palette, I get so many compliments about a look I create. Let's move on. So this is one of the not kind of affordable palette, but still, if you want something chic, something expensive, beautiful look, expensive package, you can go for this palette. Another palette, very playful palette, which actually my last palette from GLAMLITE Cosmetic is this beautiful palette, Strawberry Shortcake. And I really enjoyed this palette. It's obviously have, I'm going to put a link. I create 2 looks with this palette. I really love this color story. This is more affordable palette. I would say it's between. It's not too cheap, it's not too expensive. It's a kind of in the middle. So I really enjoy I'm the girl who loves shimmers and duochromes, multichromes. So I really enjoy these special colors. I'm going to swatch it in a second. The one is my absolutely favorite. So these 3 colors is my absolutely favorite color. And then obviously this green is beautiful as well. So this 4 is absolutely favorite. And from the mattes, I really love, if you want to look more in detail and every single swatches, you can go for the link. So this is the matte color. Look how vibrant they are, and at the same time grungy as well. So this is the shades. We have beautiful metallic, amazing quality, great also mattes. So if you like something like green and bright, I don't know, this is not even red, it's something amazingly beautiful and young. If you like this kind of colors, like for me, I love this color story. And you see, you have a grungy color over here, so definitely you can go for this color, for this palette, which I really absolutely adore. So this is something between about the price range. Now we go to the also a little bit higher price, I would say. Yes, this is higher price from MSNY Cosmetic. This is a beautiful palette called Sleepover. Look at this girly palette. And I also create some looks, and I absolutely love this palette. At the beginning, I was okay with this palette, but as more I play with this palette, as more I was really attracted to this palette. This is a very beautiful quality and amazing color. Their mattes are so gorgeous. So look at these beautiful colors. They're vibrant, at the same time they're grungy, so it depends how you're going to play with these colors. If you want to do more like not that bright, I would say, you can use some grungy colors and some brownish over here and mix it up. If you want to create some bright look, you can still doing it. If you want to create between look, this palette give you at the same time a lot of option. If you think it's like multi-chromatic palette, but if you think it's not really, because it has a lot of grungy, brownish, I would say brown color. One of them brown, one of them is purple, one of them more like a gray, brownish with silverish. This one is very beautiful. It's dark, very black one, kind of black with a bit of shimmer. So it gives you plenty of choices to play with this beautiful palette. So it's not as expensive as this palette, but is more expensive than this palette. Again, Pat McGrath. I actually have 2 palettes, so I'm going to talk about these 2 palettes. So about the price range, it's cheaper than this special special palette. So it's, if this costs around 130 American, 100, I think 50 Canadian. These two palettes I'm talking about around $100. So these two palettes, big Celestial palettes, which I also really love it, but they don't have as special shades as that this palette has. So let's talk about this too. So the first palette, the older palette, was this palette, which called Celestia Odyssey. And this palette is a very gorgeous palette. It's for people who love nudes, but at the same time, I talk about this in my also other videos when I was creating looks, when I compared these two palettes, this palette. So I talk about what's the difference between them, what kind of person who likes nudes should go for this palette, who likes more color should go for another palette. So if you want to look more in details, check the link again. So this palette has range of a lot of range of nude colors, but it has a lot of this beautiful romantic, I would say, pinkish colors. And at the same time, if you want to use some green, some blue, but not screaming colors, you can definitely do so. So look at this, very romantic also, but very subtle, very classy, very kind of rich looking. And you have this black as well. You can definitely create some more dramatic looks. I mean, this a beautiful palette. I'm going to just swatch some colors more. This is the range of colors, and this is more romantic colors, I would say, and this is a beautiful black metallic as well. So this is kind of very subtle, I would say, more people who love nude. Definitely you can get this palette and you can use it after, you know, to create so many looks with this palette. The quality is great, I really loving it. But for me, if I have to choose between these two, I will go for more colorful palette, because you know me, I love colors, I love bright colors. I am not much a nude of person, but people who love nude, definitely this is palette for you. And I'm talking about this colorful palette, which it's her latest from Celestia palette, and this called Mothership Celestia Nirvana. Let's see. Look at this. This is what I'm talking about. So here we see more colors. Again, you can create very beautiful purple, pinkish, some kind of like orangey look. We have gold, we have other colors. We have also still, we have, like if you look at these four colors, this is for nude people, right? But if you look for these four colors over here, it's also very beautiful. If you look at this lower shade, four colors, also beautiful. I'm going to swatch some colors again. This palette also can be for Valentine's Day. And then on the other hand, I will swatch other colors, which is more if you're a nude person, but you at the same time want some colors, but you don't want to just buy for Valentine's Day, you want to keep it for later on. Look how quite nude palette is that, but also with a lot of splash of colors. And there is and at the same time we have this color story as well. So this is all one big palette, which is I would say much affordable than the other one, and give you a lot of range of colors. So again, a look at this color story. Beautiful palette. So I think I'm done with Pat McGrath. I show you everything. It was 3 palettes from Pat McGrath. I have another palette I didn't bring. It can be also for Valentine's Day. Is Divine Rose as well. The one is, I'm going to put a picture over here, but I didn't bring it. So okay, let's move on. We still have some palettes to go, and the other palette, I'm going to quickly talk about this palette because it's not existent anymore, but it's very affordable. I'm talking about the same price as this palette from JUVIA'S place. So this is very affordable palette. Unfortunately, I looked in BH Cosmetic and they don't have this palette. I create just yesterday with this palette some look, and it's gorgeous. It's called Mimosa, and this is, I'm talking about, like, again, 10 Canadian dollars price. This is a very romantic, a very beautiful palette. I'm going to talk it briefly. If you see somewhere this palette, which actually I bought it from Winners, but it was a while ago, so maybe they still have it, not sure. But I'm going to swatch you some colors, which I think it's amazingly gorgeous. So you will understand why I am even bring this palette, like I'm teasing you guys. But honestly, this palette is something, like a quality wise, I would compare this quality as an Earthly Cosmetic, even as a Pat McGrath de Celeste. This palette is such a gorgeous quality and such an affordable price. So we're not going to talk about this palette a lot, but I was thinking I need to bring this palette to let you know, maybe by any chance you have this palette, or you can see this palette in some stores and definitely grab it without thinking. Also, I have to actually mention, when I was looking in BH Cosmetic website, I actually was surprisingly see some of my favorite products over there. It's one of them, I didn't bring it, but I'm going to put it here as a picture. One is a highlighters, my absolutely favorite, with different colors. I think it will be gorgeous for Valentine's Day, so you can grab it. And also there is another palette, it's called Diamond. It's a black, white with a little bit of pink color. I also will put pictures over here, and also if I find, I can put links how I create some looks with this gorgeous palette. This is absolutely amazing palette. I always bring this palette wherever I go. This, you can create such a classy, like a smoky eye look, and like, or romantic look, and it's only 10 bucks. So if you go to BH Cosmetic website, please, if you're thinking about buy this too, the palette, the highlighters, these highlighters, I use it as a shades as well. This is such a gorgeous palette, such a beautiful, beautiful quality for such a small price. Anyway, let's move on, or I will keep talking. Okay, there's another palette, I really love it, from Nirvana, and this palette is value 5. And actually, I just did create a look with this palette for my short video, so if you're interested, I'll also put a link, depends if I already posted. So the link will be there. If not, just go to the list, where's my shorts, and you will definitely find how I create this look. Look at this gorgeous colors. This is absolutely gorgeous palette and pretty affordable. And it's a pretty big palette, 25 shades, and I absolutely love it. If you love purple, pink, and there is a lot of neutral colors as well. Look how many brown we have colors. A lot, but we have this white, amazing, just a plain white, so you can enhance any color you want. This beautiful goldish white color, which I have it over here, also gorgeous. Look at this purple. I mean, I will swatch some colors for you, but again, it's such a gorgeous palette. We have a lot of shades of purple. So really, if you're a purple lover, like me, I love purple. I think it's a gorgeous. And also, if you love a lot of nudes, there is plenty nudes over here. I really love this palette. There's another small quad from Natasha Denona, which I also can recommend. She has this one, and she has another one for Valentine's Day. I think she has another one. But I had this one, Mini Love palette, and I really enjoy it. It's very beautiful, very affordable at the same time, great quality. So if you don't want to, you know, you want to have still a great quality, but something more higher quality, I would say, but you don't want to buy big palette and spend a lot of money, you can definitely go for this quad, because you can use it after, and these colors are very suitable for any occasions. It's kind of more on the nude side, but at the same time has this very vibrant, very romantic look. So I will really suggest this palette to this quad to grab it. Affordable and great quality. But at the same time, if you are not a lover of Natasha Denona and you don't care, you can definitely grab this palette, which is 3 times or 4 times cheaper and also beautiful. Very similar kind of colors, I would say, to be honest. Yes, it is different, but very similar. And that's what I think it's great. People who can't or don't want to spend much money, grab this one. People who love Natasha Denona and don't want to spend too much money, grab this one. I love both of them. Okay, the last palette is going to be my something, which I absolutely love it. I really love this brand. I'm very proud because it's a Canadian brand. Talk a lot about this brand. It's CLIONADH cosmetic. They have all these beautiful shades, which I have separate, they're like a single shades. I absolutely adore. I think they are amazing. My absolutely favorite. If I want to create something unusual or something like a special occasion, I always come back to CLIONADH cosmetic. This is actually the first palette they create. It's called Dragon Fruit palette. I absolutely love it. I already create looks, had a video when this palette just come out, and I really adore this palette. The only things about this palette, it's really clumsy and it's broke, the top. Rather than that, I really love this palette. This is such a beautiful palette, and it's obviously bright palette, but at the same time, it's not that bright. If you look into another colors, it's very romantic, it's very beautiful, it's amazing. They have no mattes, it's all special colors. So that's what I love about it. If you don't like something without mattes, this is not palette for you, but if you prefer to have just the special colors, this is definitely palette for you. I'm going to swatch some of the colors, which I absolutely adore, and I'm going to show you. This is the color story, and I didn't swatch everything, but let me tell you something. These colors is gorgeous. They're very special. They're very reflectable. Some of them reflect more than another. And also at the same time, I think it's this one. You can use it as a highlighter. Amazing. And it's a big square over here. I'm going to show you in a second when I'm cleaning my hands. So look at this beautiful color. Yeah, it has a beautiful vibrant green, but rather than that, they're all like a purpley. Look at this one. Look at this color. Purpley, pinkish, all kind of romantic colors, I would say. So they have actually also a peachy undertone. Look again at this beautiful color. So I was talking about this big square. You can use it as a highlighter. You can actually mix it with some other color, like if you want to add peachy tone, you can definitely do it and use it as highlighter as well. I mean, I really love this color story. I really love this palette. I really recommend it. Just CLIONADH, please make a better package. That's what I didn't like. I don't like this plastic, to be honest. They better did something like even this, I think, is more durable than to have this plastic and it's cracked already here, and this one is not good. Anyway, I would change the package, but it's a very beautiful palette. I think I talk about all palette today, about all 10 different price range, wherever you guys desire, whatever you can desire to buy or spend for Valentine's Day and use it later on. I think My choices was pretty good, pretty different. It doesn't really has to be just a purple or pink. We just associate Valentine's Day. It's a love. It's this kind of color story. But I mentioned before, you can easily grab the other smaller palette, which is black and white with a little bit of pink, which called Diamond from BH Cosmetic, and you can do whatever you desire. But this is what I think it's suitable for Valentine's Day. I also going to put in my description below every palette I show you. If I create, most of them I create looks, I will put the links, some of them long videos, some of them short video. Also I will put some links where you can purchase this palette. And I wish you the best Valentine's Day ever. Romantic, beautiful, spend time with your loved one. And also I wish you that this is not going to be just a Valentine's Day 14th of February. It will continue with so many days for you to be with loved one. And I think that's it for today. Thank you very much. I hope this was useful. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you really enjoyed this video. And I see you soon with my upcoming video. Пока-пока, bye-bye. Have a wonderful and beautiful day. Depends where you are. And by the way, today is -20 in Canada. Bye-bye. Have a beautiful and wonderful day. Bye.